Of Berkshire's, Mr. Downing.
Thank you, Madam President. The amendment before us right now strikes several sections of the underlying bill, and it does this for this reason. Those sections of the bill would essentially codify the fact that wind energy developers, be they private or public, would be public service corporations. After DREG, as the chair of the Energy Committee knows far better than I, the Department of Public Utilities had to consider what to do with private energy developers. And for the most part, they have considered on an ad hoc basis which of those petitioners who come before them to determine to be a public service corporation. I think that is the proper way to go. I believe this because I do not think that all wind energy developers are created equal. I think there are some developers who, in particular those working on the public side, for instance, the Mass Municipal Wholesale Electric Company, that collaborative of municipal utilities, or for instance, Citizens Energy, or groups of that nature, which should be considered public service corporations. But I also believe, and that then allows them, if held up, to petition the Department of Public Utilities for an expedited process of their own for special consideration. However, I do not believe that all wind energy developers should be granted this status. I do believe that those judgments should be still considered on a case-by-case basis before the Department of Public Utilities. So in essence, this would preserve the status quo and would not codify that status as a public service corporation for all wind energy developers. This issue was brought or a concern about this issue was specifically highlighted to me before the Berkshire Regional Planning Commission, and many of the members of that commission, volunteers who are working to try and find smart ways to address the environmental issues that we have, brought this to my attention and said they were concerned that this status would essentially erode a lot of the good work that had been done by the committee on this bill. So that is why I'm bringing this. There is also a second part of this amendment. That part of the amendment makes it explicitly clear that a project cannot be permitted unless it has been approved by the host community. Again, even though we have done good work to ensure home rule here in this body, in this bill, some of my colleagues still, or some of my constituents still had concerns that it was not explicitly clear enough in the bill and that there may have been loopholes or means by which a development could not have support of its host community but still move forward. This amendment makes sure that that is not the case. So we are explicit about home rule in this amendment, and we also make sure that the status quo at DPU moves forward with respect to public service corporations. So I would hope my colleagues would join me in supporting the amendment.